Hey guys, I found I'm going to do a market analysis of two pairs, USDGPY and the USDCAD. The USDCAD is an interesting pair. It's about to set up, and let me explain to you why. First, going to look at the weekly support. If we trace the weekly support, we see that it's in an interesting area. It touched here, bounced, touched here, went up, try to pass that area. So this area I would consider to be the weekly support area. So once it hits that area or that price action, 132,549 or at the $131.33, we should start considering that pair to take a buy. So what it's going to do mostly is going to probably do a daily divergence, enter that area, might do a H4 divergence, enter that area or close to that area. Once it enters that area, if there's no news or nothing affecting the market, it should bounce right up. Let me check something. Let me just double check. We could even say that it's already in the area. If I readjust my support line, you can see that once it enters that area, it's supposed to bounce right up. So this is an interesting area. If we go back to the H4, this should be an interesting area to consider to take the buy. So based off of that, if you're looking to see where you could take part of your profit or start taking your profit, it would be around that price or that area at the H4 level. If you're more aggressive or more patient, let's say, at the daily level, you should start considering taking part of your profit once it touches your trend line. And if you're waiting the daily trend line, if you're waiting to enter after the daily trend line, if it breaks the trend line, this is when you could consider taking the entry also. If you haven't taken the entry at in that area. So you know that once it breaks that area, you should consider entering that trade. So your first level of profit taken might be around that area. As you can see, around that area, around that price, and most likely around that area. If you're going for the long-term trade, right? If you're a short-term trader, 50 pips, 100 pips would be good to take the profit. Now let's look at USDJpy pair. USDJpy at a weekly, this is my weekly support. Touch the price here, touch the price here. Even here. Just give me 1 second. If you want to make the area, the support zone wider, you can see touch that area. So this is where you wait for price to enter in order for you to consider a buy. So what's going to happen? Most likely, what's going to mostly happen? It's going to go up, drop, enter that area. Right? You want it to do a H4 divergence. Once it enters that area, then you are good to go for a buy. Now, whether you would consider taking part of your profit or most of your profits, I would say around here. Sorry. Around here. Around here. Around here. Right? Because most likely there's a weekly trend line, a good weekly trend line. So you wait for it to touch that trend line. By then you should be taking profits by now. And then if it passes there, you know, it might go for the next resistance level when it comes to the price action. So it may go all the way to here. And then this is where you would wait and consider taking a sell. All right. So this is my analysis for the USDCAD and the USDJpy. If nothing crazy happens in the US until then, those would be good two pairs to consider taking a buy. Thank you. Bye.